Welcome into NFL Daily on Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Colin Kaepernick is back in the headlines. Could a return to the NFL be imminent? People are talking. Looks like he is set for a workout this Saturday. Kind of unclear how many teams will attend. Now, it's going to be a combine type of workout. He's going to run. He's going to do different throwing patterns, all that sort of thing. But a lot of NFL teams travel on Saturday gearing up for their Sunday game, so it's unclear how many teams will have representatives at this workout. He hasn't played since the 2016 season. This were his last 4 years with the San Francisco 49ers. In 2016, 2,241 yards. Good touchdown to interception ratio, 16-4. 3 years prior to that, kind of average numbers for the 49ers. Was hurt a little bit in 2015, but has not played since 2016. And of course, went to the Super Bowl back in 2012 with San Francisco. We've said it a lot over the past couple of years. I'm going to ask you this question. Would you want your team to sign Colin Kaepernick? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know down in the comment section. Obviously, it's going to depend on the team. But if you think it's yes, type Y for yes. If you think it's no, type in for no. Coming up in a minute, we're going to get to my top 5 teams that could sign Kaepernick. Here were 5 other teams I think could make a little bit of sense. Now, Cincinnati, we know their quarterback situation is not great. They've apparently moved on from Andy Dalton. They're playing Ryan Finley, who struggled mightily in his first start, the rookie 4th-round quarterback. My thought process is here, though, is play Finley the rest of the season, draft a quarterback number 1 overall next year, or in the top 3 where they finish up. So I don't think Cincinnati makes a ton of sense. How about the Dallas Cowboys? We know Dak is the starter. He's going to get an extension in the near future, but the backup situation isn't great. Cooper Rush is there, nothing behind him. Could be a possibility, but will Jerry Jones go that route? That would surprise me. New England Patriots, can never count them out when it comes to a high-profile name. They took a chance on Antonio Brown earlier in the year before letting him go. Jarrett Stidham, they're high on him, the rookie out of Auburn, so this would be a little bit surprising, but Tom Brady is 42 years old. Maybe it is a possibility. You got the Jets, you got the Steelers, who have some quarterback concerns as well, so keep these 5 teams in mind when it comes to signing Colin Kaepernick. But I'm going to get to my top 5 teams starting right now. Detroit Lions are my number 5 team for a couple of reasons. Now, they've slipped in recent weeks when it comes to the playoff race regarding this year. They've lost 5 out of 6. Matthew Stafford's banged up right now. He's got he's dealing with the back injury, fractured bones in his back. Jeff Driscoll played last week. You've got David Blau. Neither of those guys are the answer. If you're trying to make a late push in the for the playoffs this year, maybe you give Colin Kaepernick a shot. I find that hard to believe considering he hasn't played football in 3 years, but if he wows at the workout, maybe Detroit could make some sense. Stafford, back injuries for quarterbacks, it's a tough situation, and the backups there are not great. NFC North incredibly competitive this year, and Detroit's season started to go south when they got hosed by the officials against Green Bay about 4 or 5 weeks ago on Sunday Night Football. You got the Packers at the top, you got the Vikings, Bears, and Lions as well. If Detroit wants to make a late push, maybe signing Colin Kaepernick makes some sense. Now, Kaepernick hasn't played since 2016 regarding his stance and his standing or kneeling for the National Anthem stance. That really took headwaves in 2017. Which side were you on? Were you on the stand side or on the kneel side? Type S for stand, type K for kneel. Let us know in the comments. I know it's slowed down recently, but that was a situation that sparked many controversies throughout the NFL. So let us know what side you guys were on in the comment section. Number 4 team here, I got the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is the man, and they are in good shape as long as he is playing quarterback. But it's not great behind him. Tim Boyle, has anybody heard of him? I haven't. I didn't know who he was until about an hour ago when I had to do some research on my own. We're going to get to his stats in a minute from college. It's not pretty. And the main theme here is, and you guys are probably saying, Packers, why would they sign Colin Kaepernick? If Aaron Rodgers goes down, they're screwed. Like, they won't win a game with Tim Boyle at quarterback, and we've seen that in previous years. When Rodgers has dealt with injuries, they haven't played well, whether it was Deshaun Kaiser or Brett Hundley. Those 2 guys are gone. Take a look at Tim Boyle's college stats. Are you kidding me? 12 touchdowns, 26 picks, 55% completion percentage. By the way, most of those, the good part of those numbers, were at Eastern Kentucky. His first 3 years he played at UConn, barely threw for 1,000 yards, completed 48% of his passes. This guy's on an NFL roster. He's Aaron Rodgers' backup. Yikes. I don't think it's a leap to say that Colin Kaepernick would be a major upgrade from Tim Boyle in Green Bay. Now, I got to ask you guys this, because for me, the answer was no. Did anybody out there know who Tim Boyle was before watching this video? Be honest. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, type no, because I'm typing my no. I had no idea who Tim Boyle was. I didn't know who Rodgers' backup was, because I knew Hundley and Kaiser were gone, but I didn't know it was Tim Boyle. I didn't know who that was. So let me know in the comments if you knew who Tim Boyle was before watching this video. Now, speaking of the Packers, if you want to bet on the Packers to win the Super Bowl, you got to do it at BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code NFL120 to get that 120% deposit bonus. Green Bay's having a great year. They're 8-2. Aaron Rodgers is playing at a high level. You want to put some money down? Do it at BetDSI. You put $100 down, they're going to give you $120 for free, totaling in $220. So you got to do it at BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120. Let's get to our third team here. We got the Indianapolis Colts. Look, guys, since Jacoby Brissett's gone down, it hasn't been pretty. Brian Hoyer has not played at a high enough level for the Colts to win. He lost to the Miami Dolphins this past week. Yikes. The Dolphins are trying to lose, and you couldn't even beat them. Brissett dealing with that MCL sprain. We'll see if he comes back this week or in the next couple of weeks. They are hoping so. They're in the middle of an AFC playoff race, so maybe you go get Colin Kaepernick. You say, hey, can you hold the tide over until Brissett comes back? Brian Hoyer's not getting it done. 54%, 4 picks in the less than 2 games he's had to play, including a start against Miami. That is bad production from Brian Hoyer since taking over for Jacoby Brissett. Colin Kaepernick, at least if we know anything about him, he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. That would be an upgrade in that category for the Colts. You look at the AFC playoff picture. 2 weeks ago, the Colts were the 3 seed in the AFC. Now they're out of the playoffs. They've got to play better and get better quarterback play if they want to make the playoffs. AFC South is tight. AFC playoff picture as a whole is tight. The Colts need better quarterback play. Maybe Colin Kaepernick is the answer for Indianapolis. Now, do you guys love the NFL like I do? If you do, you got to subscribe here to Chat Sports. We're entering the final stretch of the season. We're going to keep plugging videos out like this every single day. We're at 142,000, 800 subscribers, somewhere in that range. Get us to 150K before the end of the season. That way we can plug videos out every day, go live, and we'll do a watch party for the Super Bowl for you guys when that comes in February. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Hit that big red subscribe button because you're watching this video. You just got to hit the red button. Do it right now and subscribe to Chat Sports, the internet's #1 sports channel on YouTube. Top 2 teams, got the Carolina Panthers coming in at number 2. Look, Cam Newton, he's out for the season. His Carolina career is very much in doubt. Now, I like what I've seen from Kyle Allen. He's done a nice job filling in, battled his ass off last week in the snow against Green Bay, came up just a little bit short, about 1 yard short from potentially forcing overtime. Panthers, like the Colts, in the middle of a playoff race. Panthers, of course, in the NFC. Allen's done a nice job, but you've got Will Grier behind him, the rookie quarterback. If Allen goes down, I'm not sure you want to put him into action. He did not look great in the preseason. Allen, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 picks. But Cam Newton's out. Will Grier is your third guy right now. I don't know if that is the answer for Carolina, at least this year. I'm a fan of sitting rookie quarterbacks their entire rookie season. I just don't think they should be forced into action. Get some depth for Kyle Allen. Kaepernick could be the answer, especially with Cam Newton going on IR. You look at this NFC playoff race, it's very tight. Carolina's trying to make a push for the wild card. It's going to be tough. NFC South, they're a couple of games back of New Orleans, but Kyle Allen's played well. But if they need some depth, Colin Kaepernick could be the option there for Carolina. I don't think Will Grier is ready to play. But speaking of those two, which quarterback would you rather have right now? I'm not talking about 3 years from now. I'm talking about today in November of 2019. Type 1 for Will Grier, type 2 for Colin Kaepernick. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Now, if you think Carolina is going to win the NFC South, it's going to be tough to catch the Saints, but if you think they do, go do it at BetDSI. Go bet on them at BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code NFL120. If you want to bet on weekly games, bet on Sunday Night Football coming up this week, got to do it at BetDSI. I hit on a big parlay last week, and I had extra cash because I used my promo code NFL120. If you do that, you'll have some extra cash as well because you'll get that 120% deposit bonus. Sign up today, chatsports.com/bet, and make some money on BetDSI. Last team here, Chicago Bears. They're my number one team, and it's pretty obvious why. Mitchell Trubisky ain't it. He is not the answer for the Chicago Bears. And it's a shame because the defense is in place. I like their skill talent. The offensive line needs an upgrade, but hey, Colin Kaepernick's mobile, so maybe that could be an option there as well. Trubisky's mobile as well, but for some reason he has not maximized on using his legs. Maybe that's more on Matt Nagy. I'm not sure, but Colin Kaepernick can't be any worse than Trubisky. I know they have Chase Daniel. He's 32 now, around the same age as Kaepernick. We know Chase Daniel's not the answer. Maybe Kaepernick's the answer. I'm not sure. He hasn't played in 3 years. I just know that what Mitchell Trubisky has done this year is not good enough. The 8 TDs to 3 picks, you're thinking, oh, that's a good ratio. Guys, he's played in 8 games and has only thrown 8 touchdowns. He's thrown for less than 1,400 yards in 8 games. That's not good. That's less than 200 yards per game. It's 2019. It's not 1974. He is not getting it done through the air. If you look at the whole depth chart as a whole, you saw Chase Daniel come into action. He wasn't very good. Tyler Bray, he's bounced around forever. He's on their practice squad. I'm not a fan of any of these 3 quarterbacks. I don't know if Colin Kaepernick can still play at a high level. I have no idea. I haven't seen him throw a football in 3 years. But Mitchell Trubisky stinks, guys. It could be worth an option. It could be worth a try if you are the Bears to bring in Colin Kaepernick and try and make a late push at the NFC playoffs, NFL playoffs out of the NFC. We'll see if they do it. I'm not convinced that they will. Here are the 5 teams. Again, to recap for you guys, I got the Lions, the Packers, the Colts, the Panthers, and the Bears as my top 5 teams that could sign Colin Kaepernick after his workout on Saturday. But let me know what you guys think. What team should sign Colin Kaepernick? Is the answer none? If that's your answer, type none. But let me know what team should sign Colin Kaepernick, and we'll see you guys next time.